More bad news for Drake. I did listen to that 4 p.m. or was it 4 a.m. Live listening session of Iceman, and I'm not gonna lie, I really think that Drake peaked with the Scorpion album. Wonder what this bad news could be. Let's get to the video.
Drake dropped his highly anticipated album Iceman last night, and a day that's supposed to be celebratory has turned into a nightmare because this Iceman drop has literally brought out every one of Drake's enemies, and they're coming with sinister agendas. This album is getting really mixed reviews, and it kind of reflects how polarizing Drake is right now. It's ranging from it's really good, it's the greatest ever, to it's the worst album ever. And it's not just falling across the line that you think it fell across, right? Like you would think, well, Drake fans love it, Kendrick Lamar fans hate it, and there it goes, and that's where it stops. No. You even got some people who love Drake, who's obsessed with Drake. Drake super fans like Blackboy Max and Dub, who are saying the album was lackluster to say the least.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'ma keep it a buck, bro. I love Drake, but damn, bro. I don't know if I need a second look, but this ain't hitting.
It's not hitting. And I listened to the album, like I said, I've watched Astral Dior's live, and we were listening to it live, him and his subs, we were listening to it, and I wasn't impressed, man. I wasn't impressed. And after I listened to it, I went back and listened to Nothing Was the Same, Worst Behavior, and I was just like, man, like this album, Iceman, does not hit like that album hit. And we just have to face the music. Drake is well past his prime, his glory days. This isn't to say that he can't continue to make music, but to expect that Nothing Was the Same, if you're reading this, it's too late, views, you know what I mean? Take Care. We're not getting that. You know what I mean? That's over with.
I don't know, man. The share alert says it's amazing.
I mean, it's cool. It's just
Off first listen, because this is just the first listen. I don't know. I feel like there hasn't been that many standout songs. There's been a lot of good songs, but not that many standout songs. If I'm being honest, this is I've been listening to Drake for a decade and a half. There's not that many standout songs off the first listen. And in my personal opinion, I feel like
This nigga got a big ass forehead.
I mean, obviously he's trying to get out his deal, whatever he got going on. He literally rapped about it. But it's like, bro, like I'm a real fan of this music. I just wanted the best project possible. How hard he went for the rollout, I genuinely thought he was going to go that hard in curating just the best album, but it felt like he just putting out. I don't know a little bit. Yeah, y'all know what I'm saying, though? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I do think that Drake basically was ready to get out of his deal. So he figured, you know what, let me just put all these throwaway tracks together, drop these 3 albums, which would accelerate the exit from this deal. So now I can go full indie and make the music I want to make. That's what the word around town all over social media is saying, that he did this so that he could become indie and he could drop some music. Now, I hope that's the case, because I was just saying rap right now is dead. Is dead right now. And I was just saying to my cousin, I was like, yo, Drake really needs to come back with like a banger album to get people back interested in listening to mainstream rap, because I don't really listen to the mainstreamers. You feel me? I listen to the Larry Junes, the Currencies, Boldy James, West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher. Like, that's kind of like my lane. And then, of course, the old school rap. And every now and then, a few of these like mainstream songs, depending on if it's hitting. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like a cool idea, like 3 albums. Like, I don't know anyone who's ever dropped 3 albums in one night, but it's something that sounds better than it actually is, in my honest opinion. You feel me? And chat on our dick a lot for sharing opinions, but it's like, bro, that's what make me me. So I'm gonna just share my opinion. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel.
Those 2 clips are really symbolic for where music is currently. Blackboy Max and Dub both listened to 3 albums, 4 hours of music from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. non-stop. And after listening to 4 hours of music, probably fatigue, they thought they had digested the music enough to give an informed opinion about it. I don't care if that project was a 20 out of 10. You're not consuming 4 hours of music straight with fatigue nonstop and leaving feeling like you enjoyed the music. Stop it. Elliot Wilson tweeted out that the only good song on Iceman was Make Them Pay at 10:08 p.m. Drake dropped this song at 9 p.m. West Coast time, so Elliot time, because my computer is West Coast time. Drake dropped this project at 9 p.m. Elliot tweeted out about 1:08 p.m. It's about 10:08 p.m. Make Them Pay. So within 1 hour and 8 minutes, Elliot Wilson listened to 3 full body of work and came to a judgment and a conclusion that everything else was trash and only Make Them Pay was nice. Usually when you see people rush like that to judge music or to review music and give their opinion out, it's usually for 2 reasons. A, to be the first, right, to catch the algorithm for their own self-benefit, or 2, for some sinister reasons, all right? You hate this person, you despise this person, you want them to fail, so you are...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I seen Rick Ross. He was talking smack or talking, bad about Drake or whatever after the album dropped. So a lot of people are not really in Drake's corner with this whole new drop and everything. He's like, public enemy #1. You know what I mean? They love you only to just hate you in the end. You know what I'm saying?
Rushing to put out an opinion that you probably don't even have, because you haven't listened to the album enough to have an informed opinion. You didn't listen to 4 hours worth of music in 1 hour and 8 minutes. Stop it. I personally enjoyed Iceman. Like, I really, really, really enjoyed Iceman, the album. The other 2 we'll get to, but my personal standout tracks from Iceman is Make Them Cry, Whisper My Name, which I really loved, Ran to Atlanta with Molly Santana. Now, I discovered Molly Santana about 1.5 years ago when she had like 30,000 followers. The fact that she came this far within a year is crazy. And again, not only did she make the Drake album, because other people like Low Shimmy and Stunna Sandy like made the Drake album and they didn't really have no standout verses. Molly Santana had a standout verse. Like, she was on a song with Drake and Future, and she arguably had the best verse. Like, she arguably had the most, like we went back to listen to her verse. Like, her verse was that amazing. So the fact that she outshined Drake and Future on that song, her future is bright. So shout out to her. Make Them Pay, Little Birdie, Make Them Know, and Too Hard for Radio. Now, Too Hard for Radio is controversial because this is the record where Drake is essentially rapping on a squabble up type beat, right? He's doing like the West Coast stuff. West Coast dude produces as well. Now, people thought that Drake was biting Kendrick and he ain't do it as well as Kendrick. But listen, man, when I'm listening to Drake, I'm not comparing him to other rappers, bro. I'm not comparing him to Dot. I'm listening to the music as is. And to me, this was a song that was nice. Now, when I say, again, stand out, I mean the straight heat. This is like straight heat. There are other good songs, but this is straight heat. Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot Shebang. Shebang to me, Shebang is a top 3 song on Iceman. Now, the songs that I didn't quite like, Bees on the Table with 21 Savage, to me, that was a miss. I don't rock with it at all. Firm Friends, I didn't really rock with. All right, I do think that Plot Twist and Shebang and National Treasure.
I may have to go back and listen to the album myself just to get a second opinion, because like I said, when you're listening to it live, you're kind of like, okay. But with most albums, you got to sit with them for a while and then let the beat and all of that, grow on you. Now, Drake's rhymes, they're, subpar. They've always been subpar, but he makes it work with the production. So that just comes with the territory. You know what to expect from Drake. But what I think is funny, though, or rather interesting, is if this was just 10 years ago, 11 years ago, everybody was looking for a Drake feature. If you can get Drake on your song, you were up. Everybody wanted to get a Drake feature because they knew, okay, if I get Drake on my track, I'm good as golden. I'm out of here.
Those 3, sorry, yeah, straight heat. So Drake got about 10 straight heat, 2 or 3 trash, and then about 3 or 4 that are that are okay and good songs. Yo, if you got 10 straight heats on the album, yo, the album is great. I don't care. Yo, the album is amazing if you got 10 straight heat. I rate Iceman a 8 out of 10. It's an amazing album. Now, the other two aren't as great as Iceman. Maid of Honor. Now, Maid of Honor to me got the song of the summer on it, right? Amazing Shape. That's the song of the summer. Your body hot, babe. I'll tell you about where I love it when you're running cocky, running out there. Oh, come on, man. Your body hot, babe. Come. Oh, my God. That song is going to run generations. That song is going to go number one. That song is going to be the song of the summer. Trust me, forget about it. You're going to hear it at every party you go to. Tap into it right now. Yeah, your body hot, babe. I tell you about where I like it when you're around me cocky like it out there. Oh, come on. Just take my word for it when I tell you it's song of the summer. Now, just because a project has a song of the summer on it doesn't mean it's automatically get rated really high. I didn't rate Maid of Honor as high as I rated Iceman for obvious reasons. It just didn't have enough bright spots for me. The song was Thunder Sandy, get rid of it. All right, the trash. Sexy Red. Yo, stop putting Sexy Red on like these like albums, bro. She doesn't fit. You know, it was an absolute miss. Now, there were other bright spots, you know, like Princess and Goose and Juice and Q&A and New Bestie. They were good songs. They were good songs. Were they bangers? No, they were good songs. Okay. All right. But for the most part, Maid of Honor to me had an absolute 100% banger on it. Other good songs, some trash songs. I rate Maid of Honor a 6. Habiti, I'm not an R&B dude. It wasn't for me, quite frankly. All right. Like Classic was okay. You know, but it was hard to find bright spots in Habiti, right? I'm sorry. I'm not a R&B like type of dude right now in my life. You feel me? Like I like some old school jams, but like I'm not putting on like right now, like I'm not putting on like Bryson Tiller, you know, like I'm not putting on, you know, like Giveon, right? Like this is not where I'm at right now.
Yeah, Bryson Tiller's music is more for fall, like that fall cuddle season. I'm in the crib with some hot chocolate. Like that's the type of music that Bryson Tiller makes. He's more for the fall vibes. He's not really like summer, spring. That's not, you know.
In my life, Drake, I guess for people who like R&B or who like what that has to offer, then this album will be for you. It wasn't for me at all, right? You know, the songs weren't trash. I just didn't find too many bright spots in Habiti, all right? So I'm gonna rate it like a 4 or 5 out of 10. But for the most part, I think Maid of Honor and Habiti were throwaways. I think Drake just included them, right, for whatever reason to recoup faster, to get out of this UMG deal. I feel like the album that, you know, that he put his all in was Iceman. Now, the Iceman album, to me, is an 8 out of 10 and a banger. But his enemies have not been as charitable as me to Drake, because Rick Ross took to social media to point out every negative comment about Drake. You kind of have to respect the dedication to hating, man.
Bars. Say 3 albums are trash albums, 2 years too late. What site is this? Complex? The Glazer University. Oh my God, I've been a long fan. Oh my God. Mr. YouTube. Big 3 anyway. There was too many chefs in the kitchen. Bars. Come on, guys, stop.
This is the crazy thing about Ross, right? Is they've made, what's that? What's the name of the damn song, y'all? I'm forgetting. Ashton Martin, Music. One of Rick Ross's biggest tracks. And now they're just like sworn enemies. Like I said, man, they love you, only to eventually hate you. They use you for what they need you for, and then it's like, all right. Now, I don't know what their reasons are, why they beefing. I should know, but I don't. And I'm probably going to do my Googles on that. But, or some of y'all could tell me in the comments why they beefing. But it's just interesting to me how at one point in time, Drake couldn't do no wrong. He was like the go-to guy to get on your records. And now it's just everybody's not fucking with him. You know, Kendrick Lamar came at him with They Not Like Us, and that song went crazy. And ain't nobody rocking with Drake like that.
Y'all gotta, let's all leave Lil Man's alone now, man. He did it. He dropped 3 mid projects. Hey, man, it was fun while it lasted. You're washed. It's a beautiful morning, perfect time to feed yourself the knowledge. The knowledge.
Why you tag Rory in now?
Rory and Maul, get off your knees.
Oh, wow.
Get the testicles out of your mouth now. I don't know which one, the white one or the black one. Y'all both the same. Rory Maul, the Glazers. The Glazers. How y'all feel now? You know, Drake just committed suicide.
Now, you know what would be funny, right? Like, he drops those albums, and he intentionally, like I said early in the video, he intentionally put out those mid-subpar albums for the sake of getting out of his deal. And now he goes full indie or whatever, starts his own label. He has his own label. He has OVO. And that's when he drops the real shit and shut all these motherfuckers up. That would be a sight to see.
Retire next month. How is this lawsuit doing? How is the Drake University lawsuit coming? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I didn't listen to YouTube, man, last night. I'm just going by what you guys say. But once again,
yo, respectfully, when's the last time Rick Ross put out a great body of work? Like, when's the last time? You know what I'm saying? He hasn't put out anything that is just like lackluster, you know, worth listening to. And I say that respectfully. So for him to be throwing shade at Drake, listen, your catalog does not touch his catalog. Like, if we just keeping it 100, like, Rick Ross's catalog does not touch Drake catalog, period. And this is me again, not baby. Glazing. I ain't glazing, all right?
Where's Iceman? There's Iceman. The throat goats are in the building, guys.
Yo, what's up with Rick Ross, man?
The Breakfast Club and Charlamagne the God, they had very weird critiques of Drake and his album, like critiques that I don't think I understand, nor do their fan base understand. Because what I think they're asking, you know, of Drake is kind of unfair.
Iceman is here, guys. Drake dropped 3 albums last night. He dropped Iceman, he dropped Maid of Honor, and then he also dropped an album called Habibti.
There's no way anybody can have an opinion on this music yet. Nobody listened to all 3 of those albums.
Not enough for it to sink in either, because I feel like on Iceman, that's where he's getting like really reflective and getting into a lot of the things. Again, I haven't heard Habibti, but I think some of the stuff got to set in a little bit. So let's get to just some of the things people were talking about, because Charlamagne, you let us know that a lot of this stuff was going to be happening on this album. I don't know how you knew.
I didn't only said 3 things.
You said
Future was going to be on it.
Yes.
He was going to diss Khaled and A$AP Rocky. That's it.
But those were big things to know. Now let's take a listen let's start with Jay-Z, because he threw a couple shots at Jay-Z. Let's take a listen to Whisper My Name. Yeah, but I think the gist of what I took from it is like there's so much going on in his life right now. There's a lot of like people make it seem like he's making this battle his end all be all. He's like
no. Ain't no people. He makes it seem like this battle is the end all be all.
But once you hear,
no people.
But when you hear this record, have you heard the record in full?
Yes, okay, that's the first record on the album.
When you hear this record though, you don't feel like okay, that stuff is there in a surface level,
No,
but it's just
all
because he
is-
hasn't really gotten into everything else yet.
And at the end is when he mentions his father. Everything else is definitely woe is me, cry me a river. They jump me, mommy, but I'm coming back with the chopper on every.
Well, we all know Charlamagne has had his foot on Drake's neck since he got in the industry. He's never really been much of a Drake fan, so I don't really expect him to really have anything that good to say. But I mean, these are radio critics. Like, what do they know? You know what I'm saying?
They jump me, mommy.
Yo, that's so unfair, because I feel like only Drake is held to that standard. Like, you guys ask for everybody else to rap about their personal experiences. Why wouldn't Drake rap about the single-handedly biggest thing that ever happened to him in the last year and a half while working on his album? Why wouldn't Drake rap about his relationships and what he's going through and people he loved turn on him and betray him? Why wouldn't he rap about those emotions? I think Glasses Malone is someone who says Drake used to rap about women who hurt his feelings. Now he's rapping about men who hurt his feelings, and he'd much rather listen to Drake rap about the women. It's like he can't do nothing right. Y'all was bigging up Jay-Z the other day when Jay-Z was doing that interview talking about, yeah, these dudes got to start rapping about their lived experiences. You an old rapper. Why are you trying to keep up with the young people? Rap about what you going through. And when Drake raps about what he's going through, now it's, no, my God, nah, bro. Yo, he can't win with people who dislike him, which he probably shouldn't be trying to win with people who dislike him, because it feels like y'all put Drake in this box to where if Drake raps about what he's going through and his personal experiences and his lived experiences right now, he's bitter. Oh my gosh, shut up. When he doesn't rap about that, I don't know, man. The music not introspective enough for me, man. Like, he talking about partying and chilling. Nah, bro, you a 40-year-old man, bro. You supposed to be rapping about it's all right, man. You can't please these people, man. But all in all, man, I do think today was a success for Drake. I do. I think Drake, after today has successfully recouped from UMG, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, bro. Man, listen, man, congratulations to Drake, man. Iceman is out. Y'all let me know in the comment section. How do you...
All right, that's going to be the end of the video. I have to go back and listen to Iceman, honestly, before I can give a strong, honest opinion on what I like and what I don't like about the album. Just based off of my first listen, I'm like, man. But given he was trying to get out of his deal, I can maybe understand why he just put this project out, because he wanted to projects, let me say that, because he wanted to just get out of his deal. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, he's rich and he's Jewish, okay? And I hope, they don't come after me for saying that, because I'm not saying anything, of any malice or anything like that. But I don't think Drake is too much worried about what the naysayers and the critics have to say, because he's got more money than Rick Ross. He's got more money than anybody that's on the Breakfast Club. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I don't think he's too worried. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably just throw a sleeper, not even a sleeper album out, but just come out of left field, nowhere, and boom, and hit us with a independent project with a whole bunch of different bangers on there. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure you chin check that like button, take the subway, and be sure to sound off in the comments till security kicks y'all ass up out of there. That being said, it's your boy Robbie. To the next video, we out of here.